Hey y'all, my name is Chelsea and today you're watching Motivation Minute. Alright, so normally I would come on and say that today we're going to talk about something that's either going to encourage you or give you a reality check in less than 5 minutes. That's not what's going to happen today. I don't even know honestly if this video is going to be very inspirational, just because the truth is, and I think it's okay to say this and have it not come off as like a pity party type thing, but lately I have not been okay. And so I know a lot of people are dealing with different stressors and things that have come along with the pandemic. That's not exactly what I have been going through lately, but for the past few months I've just been dealing with things and learning and growing and being 20 and all the fun stuff that comes with that. And I just want to talk to you guys today about things that I've been doing just to kind of get through what I'm going through. I feel like I often put off a vibe that I'm this super happy, bubbly person and like life is great, like you can do it, just have faith, just have hope. But honestly, I don't feel that way all the time, and lately I haven't felt that way most of the time. And there are many times that I just kind of put on a brave face and like be the person that I feel like people expect me to be and try to uplift others. But today I just want to talk about why it's okay not to be okay, and different things that I'm doing that are helping me to kind of get to a place where I can honestly say that I am okay. And I want to make a disclaimer before I even get into all these things that I'm in no way trying to have a pity party. I don't expect there to be any comments or comments on my social media accounts saying I'm praying for you and oh, I'm here if you need me. Like I promise I'm good. I really want to come from a super authentic place in lots of areas of my life, but especially when it comes to this channel. I believe that this is more than just a creative outlet for me, and I want to be honest and real with you guys. And if I'm going through something, I don't think it's fair to myself or to my viewers to, I don't know, not be real and say, hey, this week kind of sucked, I'm gonna need a few extra days to get a video out. Some people might call that lazy or whatever, I don't know, but I just want to be real with you guys. So let's get into what I've been doing to just cope, man, and like be okay. Okay, so I want to talk about some spiritual things first that are more faith-based, because honestly that's like what I have learned to run to through all of this. God and my relationship with Him, and just prayer and true time of devotion are things that I've learned are really like the only things that are actually going to help me to see a change and to heal from whatever it is that's going on. What I've learned is that the first thing that I should always do is pray. Pray in a posture of wanting to receive growth and true healing, because I feel like true healing comes from going through things and not just seeking to just, get over it and move on, but seeking to actually go through it. I forget where I heard this from, but I heard somebody say once, the only way out is through. I have my few friends that like will FaceTime for like a few hours, and I'll just like vent and they'll vent and it's cool. But for the most part, if I'm going through something, I've just learned that like prayer is one of the only things that I have seen real results from. Like you can talk to someone about something all day, but until you get with God about it, there's no guarantee that like anything's really going to be done about it. At least in my life, so many amazing things have come through prayer. And when I pray, I don't just pray like, Lord, this sucks, I don't want it to suck anymore, please help me to help it not suck. Like that, you have to really be honest. And not only be honest with God, but be honest with yourself. Like, what are you really feeling? I think a lot of times we're afraid to just go before God and say like, hey, I'm mad right now, and I don't understand why you're allowing this to happen, and I really don't appreciate it, and I wish you would just tell me what's going on. Like, it's okay to talk to God and to be real with Him. He already knows what you're feeling anyways. Like, He knows if you're angry with Him, or He knows if you're confused or frustrated or you don't understand His plan. So why not tell Him those things anyways? Like, when I pray, I'm not going before God like singing hymns and like tiptoeing around what I'm really feeling. I tell Him straight up like how I feel, and it's not obviously in a disrespectful way, because I'm not trying to get like struck by lightning obviously, but I'm just real with Him. I believe that God is not only a good father, but he's also a good friend. And in the same way that you can hopefully go up to your friends and confront them about things like, hey, I really didn't appreciate this, or like, hey, can we talk about this? Like, I don't understand. Like, you can do that with God too, and it's okay. So that's the first thing, is prayer. Absolutely 100% prayer. And when I pray, I don't always like do it in my head. Sometimes I'll go outside by myself and I'll just like talk, and I'm sure my neighbors see me and they're like, something's going on with her. But I just go outside and I'll talk, and as if he's sitting right beside me, because he is inside of you. So if that helps. Another way that I pray is through journaling. So like, I'll write out, like, literally, dear God, comma, everything that I'm feeling, in Jesus' name I pray, amen. Like, I'll write it out. And one thing that does for me is it helps me to actually slow down and process what I'm feeling and what I'm trying to say, rather than just going on and on. Because, well, I edit my videos a lot, so you probably can't tell how much I ramble, but I ramble a lot, especially in prayer. And so writing my prayers down kind of helps me to stay on topic. Another thing in regards to the spiritual aspect of healing and of not being okay is I listen to a lot of worship music. I really try to filter what's going into my head and my heart and all those things, because I think we tend to forget that our spirit like soaks things up, like it's not just our flesh. And we're really spiritual beings having a human experience. And I honestly do notice a big difference when I listen to more worship music, or it doesn't have to be worship music, just things that have a message that I am trying to feed my soul. So I'm not like listening to things like, I hate you, and like, I don't know. I'm listening to things that are like, hey, this sucked, but it'll be okay, or like, God has a plan for me, or like, life. I listen to things that are like, hey, life is great, just to remind me, like, okay, life is still great, and it'll still be great in a few months. Sorry, y'all. My neighbors are watching me, and this is very awkward, but I'm gonna keep going because we're helping each other, right? Okay. They're like high-key watching me. I'm probably gonna butcher the last name, but I tried. John Mark Pantana. Don't know if that's how you say his name. That's how I say his name. One of my friends actually put me on to him. Artists like him who kind of have a modern way of approaching worship, I really enjoy listening to. So that's one guy. I listen to lots of elevation worship. That has gotten me through so much. Hillsong, of course. Ooh, y'all, Tori Kelly. Ooh, because Tori Kelly. That's all. Something else I do is songwriting. That's fun, and it doesn't have to be about what you're going through, but usually for me it is, and it's just a good outlet. And I always feel better after I just sit down and like, record myself going through lyrics and thoughts and everything, because it helps me to process exactly what I'm feeling and exactly where I want to head in the future. And going back to worship, sometimes it's super helpful just to like get somewhere by yourself where you know that you're not going to be interrupted, and just turn the music on and just like let yourself feel exactly what you feel. That wasn't English. It's okay to feel angry. It's okay to be frustrated. It's okay to be frustrated with yourself, or maybe not even to like yourself in that moment. Like, you're not always going to be this super joyful person. Like, you always have joy, but it's a choice of whether or not you choose to access it in that moment. And I think that sometimes it's okay just to let yourself feel what you feel. Honestly, there are plenty of times, and like, I'm not saying this for you guys to feel bad for me, because I don't feel bad for me. Like, this is real. Sometimes I'll sit out on the couch deck thingy we have outside. I don't know what it's called, whatever. And I'll just turn my music on. Like, I really like to listen to Israel Houghton's IGTVs where he does Worship Wednesdays. Love those. And I'll turn those on and I'll just like sing along with him. And I'll be in like full-on worship, just like crying, like letting myself feel what I feel, letting myself feel frustrated, feel angry, feel hurt, feel pain, just letting myself feel all of it, but still worshiping in the midst. While we're on the topic of social media, I do want to say that two amazing authors, authors, whatever, that have really helped me just with healing and in general, like when I'm going through something, I just like go to their accounts on Instagram, and one of them is RH Sin, and the other one, her Instagram name is Rainbow Salt. I have already begun the process of purchasing all of their books because I have yet to read a poem that doesn't resonate with me. Like they're just great. So check them out. Sure. Okay, so getting away from the spiritual things, other things that help me are honestly getting my nails done. Okay, I'm really big on self-care, and I find that, like, and this is gonna sound so like superficial or shallow, but I'm being real with you guys. You know, a lot of people have days where you just don't feel like enough. Like, you feel like, man, I could be doing this, I could be with this person. You don't feel like enough. But sometimes on those days, the one thing that like kind of gives me like a little boost is like looking down and being like, well, at least my nails are done. Like, and I know that sounds superficial, but like taking care of yourself can really just make you feel better about yourself, because you're like, well, at least I don't look as crazy as I feel, you know? Going along with that, I'm not encouraging you to do this, by the way, because I've wasted a lot of money, but shopping is nice, okay? I'm not saying get attached to it, but it's okay to like get stuff for yourself every now and then. Don't be like me and have a package that arrives every single day, and I'm really not exaggerating. So, but you know, going along with that, I do try to like put something nice on every day. It might not be like a whole dress or whatever, but you know, I put my jewelry on. I love rings. I put my rings on every day, and I'll put on like a cute top and a pair of jeans. I'm like a denim girl all the way. I love a good pair of jeans, so I'll put on a pair of jeans that I feel good in, and a cute top, and my jewelry. Make sure my hair's done, my nails are done. Cool. That's like, you know, I take pride in my appearance, and it makes me feel better to know that I'm taking care of myself. And I think a big part of healing from whatever you're going through is feeling taken care of in some way, whether it's mentally, emotionally, physically, whatever it is, feeling taken care of. You know, like, you don't have to think about what's bothering you all the time. I know that's easier said than done, but fixing your focus is so important. Like, doing things that for you are healthy distractions are so important. I also want to say that it is completely okay to unfollow people, to unfriend people, if you really, really feel like you need to. And please don't do this out of spite. Like, if you feel like you need to and you're not being spiteful, it's okay to block people if you're uncomfortable for whatever reason, or if you just really just need to like be completely separated. It's okay to mute people's stories so you don't have to see what they're doing unless you feel like scrolling all the way to the end of the stories every day. It's okay. And for a long time I thought that, okay, well, I need a break from people, so I'm just gonna delete my social media for a few months. My dad told me this the other day. You should never have to alter your way of life or what you're doing based on what other people are or are not doing. So what he was saying was, there's no need to delete all of your social media accounts or just the apps or whatever just because you don't want to see a few people. Delete them. You know, don't alter what you have going on. Don't isolate yourself to get away from other people. Remove those people. Kind of some of the other things that I mentioned, like bands and music and stuff like that. I'll have it all in the description box for you guys. I will not be filming outside again. I've learned my lesson. My neighbor is mowing her lawn. I have 10,000 mosquito bites. I sweat my blowout out. And there are way too many noises out here, but you know what? This was nice for one time. Maybe we'll try it again in the future when I know what I'm doing. Alright, anywho, I appreciate you guys watching this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Let me know what you think about this one in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe, and see ya!